Fear, greed, overconfidence. Sounds familiar? If you don't control these emotions will control you, and it's the fast track to blow out your account. Hey there, Tom here from Fibonacci-Traders.com. You read the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's see the chart. SPY, daily, trend lines. They are the true support resistance for price action. As we can see, this red trend line goes all the way back to August of 2022, and since then failed to close above it. Thursday, Friday, today, all failed to close above this trend line. Friday a doji, today inside candle, inside day, which means indecision in the market. Indecision of a trend line, we might get some reversal to the downside. If you're not longing it on SPY, I would wait for a break up above and at least 2 or 3 days close above this red trend line. But after this bull run since 380 towards 1440, some pullback will be healthy at this point. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Now 409 needs to hold. This trend line will break to the upside. If and when, then 418 to the upside. We took some trades, not many. We took 2 or 3 trades today. We took the bounce on the SPY. As we can see, we took it above the 412, and we all know SPY closed at the 414 almost. Nice trade overall in the premium room. You're more than welcome to join us. Check the links in the description below. QQQ basically moving sideways. 313 to the downside, 322 to the upside. Since end of March, almost 3 weeks of sideways move on the QQQ. Indecision on the Qs. So if the market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide. Long continuation above the 322, short below the 313. We have Netflix, Tesla, banks, financial sector, and Federal Reserve representative. They are talking throughout this week, so pay attention to everything. Manage your risk, because the only thing as traders we have full control of is our risk management. Follow price, use levels and trend lines to manage the risk. IWM continuing to the sideways. 178, 179 is a very tough resistance, as we can see since middle of March. Basically failed to close above this area. Closing up and above, this red trend line will be next, together with the 180. Short continuation below 174, because overall, since February, IWM is in a short trend, downtrend. Dow Jones, after closing above the 335 last week, we had this short-term trend line from resistance, broke. Now Friday and today 2 dojis, but on the positive side, they are both above this trend line from resistance to support. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Now let's see continuation towards the 343. Now all this area, the 337 and the 335, is the support that we need to keep our eyes on. 343 is the next resistance. VIX continuing its way to the downside. 5090 is next support. Bitcoin, if you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos in the past few weeks or so on this channel, you know these trend lines, you know the levels, and you know the trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. And we said that if bulls will give up trying to break above this red trend line, price will retrace and retest this trend line from resistance. As we can see, here it was support, resistance, now once again support. Failing to hold, 28,700 to the downside together with this red trend line are the next support areas that we need to keep our eyes on. Ethereum holding above the 2040, 2146 is the next resistance bulls needs to break up and above. 2040 is the support that bulls needs to hold. Net gas finally after 3 weeks holding the 210, now finally breaking up above, closing above the 227, and not surprising, 242 is resistance. We have drawn these levels of support and resistance few weeks ago. We have not touched them, and now, as we all can see, Fibonacci levels. SMH is holding strong the 248 area, breaking down and under. We are going toward the 237 together with this red trend line. If you're not long yet or short on SMH, if you don't have any position, I would wait short below the 248, at least 2 days closing up below it, short or long continuation above the 257. Apple, 2 consecutive dojis, doji Friday, inside candle doji today. Indecision on Apple, not surprising because Apple is the market is Apple, the biggest company of them all. Let's see if bulls have enough power in their hands to finally break up and above this red trend line that goes all the way to January of 2022. Each and every time Apple tried, got rejected. Can Apple do it this time? We have a very interesting week ahead of us. Netflix, Tesla, financial sector earnings, Federal Reserve representative are speaking throughout this week. So pay attention to your risk management. Manage your risk because this is the only thing we have full control of. Risk management. Check the Fibonacci's Academy playlist. 20 videos, each video 20 minutes or less, on how to become a better trader each and every day. It's free, check it out. If you want to take your trading journey to the highest level, check the links in the description below. Choose one program, the one-on-one live mentorship or the pre-recorded. Same program, pre-recorded 6 hours, 49 lessons. My promise to you, by the end of both programs, you will have all the tools you need to succeed and become consistent, successful trader on the technical side, and most importantly, on the psychology side. The psychology behind trading is 90% of the job. Amazon 104 to the upside, strong resistance, but overall Amazon is in an uptrend. As long as this red trend line is holding the higher lows, we are good to go long Amazon. Microsoft holding strong the 282, 292, very tough resistance. So if you're waiting to take any action on Microsoft, short below the 282, long above 293 together with this red trend line. Always prepare for both sides, never be biased. Follow price, take action according to what price is telling you. All the rest is noise. Google, bad news, good news. Fibonacci is everything. 104 holding as support. Now we have a gap to the upside, and we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled. Let's see where Google is taking us. Down and under the 104, this white trend line will get retested. Below it, we have all the levels to the downside for potential future support. This gap will get filled, maybe all the way back to the 109. Follow price. Meta uptrend until proven otherwise. 216 holding together with this yellow trend line. As long as this yellow trend line is holding, Meta is in an uptrend. Tesla earnings coming up Wednesday after the close. 180 to the downside, strong support. 192 to the upside, strong resistance. In my opinion, nothing will happen with Tesla until the earnings. Bad earnings, bad reaction from the market to the earnings. This gap will get filled. Good reaction. This red trend line will get break to the upside and going towards this gap over here. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. This gap or this gap? Where price is heading post earnings on Tesla? To the downside, to the 146, or to the upside, 261. Let me know in the comments below. Up or down? Netflix earnings coming up tomorrow after the close. 327 needs to hold, otherwise we are going to retest this red trend line and maybe below it towards the 293. Good reaction. 350 will break to the upside, going all the way back to 370 and maybe retesting this red trend line somewhere around the 440. Of course not tomorrow, but good reaction will trigger a bull run towards this red trend line. AMD short term retracement. Now 88 needs to hold. It was a very important level of support and resistance. It's also the 50% retracement from this uptrend. Retracement 50%. Doji. Now let's see if this doji can represent and signal a trend reversal to the upside. I'm waiting for a break above this channel to the upside together with the 92. Then we can take long. NVDA holding the 265 because bulls know that if the 265 will fail to hold, 256 to the downside, and then it's a very short way toward this gap over here. Gaps are like magnets, are like black holes to price. Gaps are meant to get filled, at least 80% of them. Long continuation, of course, above 280. Shopify finally breaking up above and closing above the 48 area. Shopify bounced off this blue trend line. Now looks like Shopify is going towards the upper blue trend line together with the 51 area and finally will close this void over here. Follow price, no gaps, understand in-depth candlestick analysis, Fibonacci and trend lines. That's it. No other indicators are truly needed because all indicators, without exception, they are all lagging. They all follow price. So teach yourself or get education on how to become your own indicator. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources. Until the next video, stay safe.